My talk tonight is going to be on love, and it's going to be on, there's 4 types of love. I'm going to be explaining 3 of them. Philia, Eros, and Agape, right? And then the 4th one was Storge.
Very good.
Okay.
Or is it Storge? I think it's Storge.
I don't know.
It's Greek, so nobody can read.
Yeah.
But a lot of my talks, I try to do all my own words, as in like not looking at the paper and stuff. But this one, I sort of took it a little easy, but I still did a lot of it. But okay. First one, Philia. This love is brought to us at the very beginning of life, when we are first born. Just when our parents, kiss and hug you and they love you and everything, and it's where it becomes real for you for the first time. The first love you experience. This love will give us the ability when we are growing up to give and receive this love, or receive any love. If this early love is abused or missed out on, the person growing up is probably going to spend a lot of time, learning how to love and accept it as well. So definitely for this kind of love, it's very important to have this love, and actually very lucky to have it as well for people who have had it, had parents and everything. But because some kids were brought up in the world didn't know their parents or anything. They were brought up in a foster home or something, or orphanage or anything. So this is the kind of love that you receive in your very little first love. That's Philia. And then Eros. There's some kind of neat definitions on Eros and everything. So I'm going to kind of explain here. Eros is a proper noun in Greek is a name for Cupid, the god of love and desire. Eros as an adjective is erotic, meaning something that arouses our desires. So you can kind of guess what this next love is going to be about. Love that people go crazy over, you could say. So most people think of Eros, it's that hormonally charged notion of love that just floats through the air. You're daydreaming, and it's when you get your first crush on somebody, or when you're a college student and you're going and you're dating for the first time, or you're found your soulmate or something. And especially when you make a commitment and you're thinking about marriage and everything, it's a very, very big deal and everything. Eros is the attraction and desire that keeps most newlyweds going for their first year of marriage, definitely. It's also definitely the dominant understanding of love. Not the highest love as I was reading these, but definitely an understanding of it. This love is very strong and can bring 2 different people together, 2 totally opposite people, it happens all the time. So it's definitely very powerful. It can bring them happiness for the rest of their lives, in one another. And I was also looking at, it came up as a pop-up or something when I was looking up online, and it said what Plato was talking about Eros. And he said, Eros was really that which helps the soul recall its knowledge of beauty, and that those understandings actually help us move on to a deeper understanding of spiritual truth. And then he argued that physical intimacy and attraction are not a necessary part of Eros at all. So, as we all know, it's not the outward appearance of somebody, the way someone looks on the outside, how pretty they are, or how, just all that. And then it's just the way you act, the way you are, and just being yourself. And if you were, in a relationship with somebody, and if they don't respect that and they don't love you for just the way you are, then you can always take second thoughts about it, because you don't know if it's going to last long, or you just want to take it slower or something. And again, Eros is like the longing for completeness, the desired fulfillment known when 2 become one, and not just human to human, but human to God as well. While eros is great all by itself, it can be so much greater when it is improved, cared for, and nurtured in a sacred way, as a covenantal promise, a sacred promise of God's love made flesh right before our eyes. And this one is agape. In 1 Corinthians, it is translated as the love that pushes us a step forward beyond good feelings. The decision you make to give up something of your own comfort or convenience, to work for the good of another, your neighbor, and not expecting too much in return or even nothing at all, which would be even better, Also, when Jesus tells us to love our neighbor, he asks us to work for their well-being, whether we feel warm and cozy about them or not. You want to do everything, because you might be doing something good even for someone you sort of disagree with sometimes or you don't even like, but that's just even better, when you're doing something. Agape is loving our enemy. We are all called to agape, even sometimes with people, like I said, we don't get along with, and like one of the two greatest commandments God gave us, we should love our neighbor as you would yourself. So that's what agape would be. And that's it. What's logic?
It had storge. Agape?
It had an E line across the E, so I didn't know if it
Yeah.
was E, storge or something.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
Of course,